Uh, so I'm starting my talk. Before that, I would like to thank to the student unions for conducting such a wonderful session for the NET aspirants. I'm pretty sure that it will be very beneficial for all of us who are going to appear for this NET exam in June 2024. And I would like to thank as well to the participants who are listening to me, and I'm really thankful to be here and to get such a golden opportunity to talk in front of you. And I also thank to our senior students and all of you. So before starting my talk, I would like to mention a quotation, that is, either you run the day or the day runs you. And let me introduce myself. My name is Zakir Hussain. I have recently completed my MA in Arabic Language and Literature from EFLU. I have cleared my NET exam in December 2023. And today the topic of this session is how to prepare for NET or JRF with JRF. Because we all of us want JRF, not only NET, JRF, because it is very important for us, and there is a fellowship that is given to all of us, and that is really big amount. That's the reason, and there are a lot of reasons why the students are going to PhD, because most of us also they have also the desire to do PhD, and other reasons as well. So I'm going to start. So this is the contents that I'm going to discuss about these topics. Like, first one is knowing the syllabus, and another one is study materials, create a study schedule, previous year question papers, mock test, revision, group discussion, and conclusion. Before my talk, a lot of speakers, they talked about the paper one as well as their domain subjects, and really that was amazing. They have shared their experiences that they faced in their studies and to crack their JRF and NET as well. So without wasting any time, let's move to the next slide, that is knowing the syllabus. We know that for any competitive exam, we have to know the syllabus, and we have to go through the syllabus very carefully and with attention, because if we go through these the syllabus, so most of things will be clear during going through the syllabus. So we know that we have two papers for each discipline, whatever it is, like French, Arabic, or Spanish, Hindi, etc. So paper one, that is common for each discipline and same syllabus, and another one is domain paper, that is for like mine is Arabic, and another one is like Spanish, like this. So paper one, there are 10 units, and 10 units, the topics, some of topics are based on the concept, based on the practice, and based on the memorization. So I will talk about those topics that are based on the concept. Like I have mentioned, like C means concept, M means memorization. So based on the concept and memorization, there are some topics like teaching aptitude, research aptitude, logical reasoning, and communication. These are the topics that are based on the concept as well as memorization. I mean that we have to make our concept clear, as well as we have to memorize the theories and the rest of the things that are needed in the exam. So I will just discuss about the how to do these, and my classmate, my friend Salim, he will go into the syllabus deeply, and he will tell other strategies that should be followed for preparing for this exam. And the second one is CP. CP means concept, and P means practice. So in this, there are some topics like M means mathematical aptitude, L means logical reasoning, and D means data interpretation. So these are the topics that are based on the concept, making concept clear, as well as practice is also needed to make our concept clear. Like mathematical reasoning, there are some topics like fraction and profit and loss, as well as there are the coding, letter series, number series, and etc. And logical reasoning, we know that logical reasoning also there are some thing that concept must be clear by the aspirant, by the net aspirant. Otherwise he cannot be able to crack this exam easily. And I will tell especially for the general category students. Why? Because especially from the Arabic department, we know that most of the arts students, they are very weak in mathematics as well as data interpretation. So, and I especially focus on also for the general students, that they must clear their concept, make their concept clear, especially for the mathematical aptitude as well as logical reasoning and data interpretation, especially two topics, mathematical aptitude and data interpretation. These two topics are very important to make the concept clear. Why? Without these topics they will face difficulties to crack GRF, especially GRF. Net they may crack the GRF, but without data interpretation and mathematical aptitude, it will be tough to crack. Because I also my seniors also, they told me that you have to focus on mathematical reasoning as well as data interpretation, because you are from the general background, so it should be focused by the general students. And also for cracking GRF, all the topics should be covered in a limited time, and it will be very strictly, and we must be punctual to our syllabus as well. I am also preparing for the GRF. I did not get GRF, but qualified only net, so I am also preparing for this, for getting GRF, and I will focus also the topics that are lack in me. And another one is M means only memorization, like P means people, development and environment, H means higher education, and IC means ICT, information communication technology. So these are the topics based on the memorization. If we memorize and if we keep continuously revising those topics, it will make easy to crack this exam easily. And another one is P means only practice, so comprehension. So comprehension is based on the practice. Why? Because we have to practice only. If we practice continuously, so it will help us to crack this exam without any difficulties also. And comprehension also plays a key role to crack this examination. Why? If anyone focus on comprehension, he may get he may attempt 5 questions out of 5 from the paper 1. And in Arabic also, in paper 2, like domain paper, there are 2 comprehension, there are 10 questions. If they also attempt those 10 questions carefully with following proper strategies, they can also get 10 out of 10. That means 10 means 10 into 2, 20 marks. They will get 20 marks, and paper 1 10 marks, that means 30 marks without any difficulties. And in comprehension, we can read, we can go through the newspaper. Like there are many applications, and among them there is a very that is very interesting to me as well, that in shorts there is a brief papers, that is a newspaper that is delivered there. And we can if we keep studying and if we keep going through those newspaper daily, so it will boost our comprehension power without any difficulties. So this is paper 1, unit 10. I just briefly talked about paper 1, and I'm going to the paper 2, domain paper. There are 10 units as well. There are also some topics are based on the concept and memorization as well. Especially most of the topics from the domain paper in Arabic based on the memorization, except unit 5 and 10. Most of the portions are based on the memorization, but unit 5, it is totally based on the concept, that we have to make our concept clear because that is the part of unit 5 rhetoric. And interestingly, what happens in unit 5, that in unit 5 most of the questions come from the examples that are given in the book, and that the name of that book is al balaghatul wadiha. So if anyone goes through this book very carefully and memorizes some examples that are available in that book, so then that person can attempt all the questions from this unit. And 10, there is applied grammar. Obviously grammar, there are concepts, we have to make our concept clear. So these are the paper 2. I am not going through deeply. I am not going deeply. Salim will cover this portion deeply. So I am going to next slide, that is study materials. So paper 1, we know that online platforms, there are a lot of online platforms that we can utilize those platforms. Like YouTube, there is the famous teacher Talbir Singh. All of you know that he is a best teacher as well for paper 1. There are a lot of contents on paper 1. If anyone does not want to take any coaching, and if he wants just watching videos as well as online materials, and if he keep focusing on these, so without taking any coaching, he can crack the GRF. And we also we know that, and some of friends also said to me that without taking any coaching they cracked this examination. But what I did, that I took coaching, but I do not attend the classes, but I did only a discussion with my other students, with my friends, and that discussion is really helped me a lot. And also ChatGPT, we can use ChatGPT. We know that everything has two sides, disadvantages and advantages. ChatGPT also has disadvantages and advantages, so we have to take advantages. In paper 1, there are topics like teaching aptitude. There are the many portions of teaching aptitude, like level of teachings, and also the evaluation part. So if we search like this, like level of teaching, so we can get fragmented informations, and we can utilize those information from the ChatGPT. And there are a lot of materials that I know that all of you know what are the materials are very good for you. And paper 2 domain paper, that is, there is a book Tarikhul Adab al Arabi li Ahmad Hassan Zayyat, and it is very very important. Why? Because most of the questions come from this book, especially from the period pre-Islamic period, Islamic period, Abbasid period, Umayyad period, and there are the literature in Spain. So those the questions that come from this portion come from this book. So this book is very important to go through deeply, especially the things that are in the net syllabus. And another book is Ad-Dalil As-Saduq li Talib Tumuh, that means the true guide for the ambitious student. So it is also going to help the net aspirants to crack this examination without any difficulties, because in this book a lot of things that are covered in a one book, all of the syllabus are covered in a one book. It is very good to read. So you can also follow this book. These are the two books you can follow. It will be very helpful. So I want to go next slide, that is study schedule. We know that if we make study schedule, it will be better to balance our both papers, that is paper 1 and paper 2. No matter what is the time is. If anyone likes to study in the morning, he can study in the morning. That will be better for him. If anyone wants to study at night, he can study at night. It will be helpful, very helpful for him. So no matter what is the time is, it will be according to the interest of the aspirants. So this is and what happens if we make study schedule, it will make us balance for paper 1 and paper 2. And because time is very short, so I am going to next slide, that is previous year questions. So there is no way of preparation without previous year questions, previous year papers. And most of the speakers before me, they talked about the previous year papers. These are the very very important to go through previous year papers. Why? Because it will boost and it will make the aspirants understand what are the portion from there the question come in the exam. So it is for both paper 1 and paper 2. The aspirants must must go through the previous year question paper. Next slide, I want to go mock test. And we know that a lot of mock tests are going in the market, so there are the reputed mock tests as well that are available. You can take that mock test, and if you regularly practice those mock tests, then it will also boost you to crack this exam without any difficulties. So I'm going to next slide, that is revision. And revision is very, very important. We know that almost there are 24 days for the NET exam. So nowadays we have to revise as much as we can, because revision is a very important for us to crack this examination as well. Whatever we read, we have to revise nowadays. And another one is group discussion. Obviously what I did group discussion, and it helped me a lot. And sometimes most of us from the different universities, they joined together and we discussed about paper 1, especially data interpretation, mathematical aptitude, as well as another topics like teaching aptitude, research aptitude, and from our domain paper Asrul Jahili, Asrul Abbasi, Umabi, etc. We discussed together and we made our concept clear together, and it helped me a lot to crack this examination without any difficulties. And next slide is conclusion, because time is very short. So conclusion, just as we discussed about the syllabus, study materials, and we have to create a study schedule, and we have to obviously go through the previous year papers, mock tests, and we have to also revise our studies, whatever we studied during these days. And we have to also there are a lot of resources, we have to utilize those resources. And obviously we have to be healthy, otherwise, because if we do not if we are not healthy, then it will affect on our studies. Then we have to also focus on our food as well, so it will help us also to crack this examination. So before ending my lecture, I want to just I will mention a line, that is, remember, consistency, regular and smart study strategies are key to cracking the UGC NET exam. Thank you, and thank you so much for listening to me. And I am sorry because I know that my English is not good, but I tried my best. And again I thank all of you to listen to me, and thank you for your time as well. Thank you.